Hi friends, I am Amar Mohite. Today we will discuss UV visible spectroscopy. In this session, we will go through working principle and instrumentation of UV visible spectroscopy, followed by the application of this technique in routine activities. Friends, what is spectroscopy? Spectroscopy is study of interaction between matter and radiations, that is light. Matter may be solid, liquid or vapor. UV stands for ultraviolet. The wavelengths between 185 nanometer to 400 nanometer falls under ultraviolet region, whereas the wavelengths from 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer falls under visible region. In 1852, German mathematician and chemist Mr. Beer introduced his theory, which is called as a Beer's law. As per this law, the absorbance or the extent of absorbance is directly proportional to the concentration of the solution. He proposed that when beam of radiation passes through a homogeneous solution, the extent of absorption is directly proportional to the concentration of solution. In short, if we plot the graph of concentration against absorbance, you can see a linear graph. It means that as you increase the concentration, your absorbance also increase. It means that your absorbance is directly proportional to the concentration of solution. More is the concentration, higher will be the absorbance. Followed by Beer, another law, that is Lambert's law, was introduced, which says that when beam of radiations passes through a homogeneous solution, the extent of absorbance is directly proportional to the path length of the solution. It means that your absorbance will be directly proportional to the path length of the medium. For example, if you fill same concentration of solution in 1 centimeter of cuvette and 5 centimeter of cuvette, here the path length in 5 centimeter cuvette will be 5 times more than 1 centimeter cuvette. As per the Lambert's law, the absorbance in 5 centimeter cuvette will be higher than 1 centimeter cuvette. It will be almost 5 times higher than 1 centimeter cuvette. Cuvettes are generally prepared using different materials. Preferably used materials are quartz and glass. Glass cuvettes are not much expensive, whereas quartz cuvettes are very expensive. But quartz cuvettes have large advantage over the glass, because glass cuvettes are not suitable for UV region, because glass absorbs light in UV regions, whereas quartz cuvettes are suitable for UV as well as visible regions. Hence, it is recommended to use quartz cuvettes for better accuracy and to cover entire UV and visible range. The working of UV visible spectrophotometer is based on combination of these two laws, Beer's law and Lambert's law. If we combine these two laws, it will be called as a Beer-Lambert's law. It means that if we combine these two laws, then we can say that when beam of radiation passes through a homogeneous solution, the extent of absorbance will be directly proportional to the concentration of solution as well as path length of the solution. The instrument used to study the UV visible spectroscopy is called as UV visible spectrophotometer. There are two different types of UV visible spectrophotometers are available in market. First type is single beam spectrophotometer and another one is double beam UV visible spectrophotometer. The double beam UV visible spectrophotometer is advanced one and has advantages or edge on the single beam UV visible spectrophotometer. We will go through the instrumentation of both type of spectrophotometers. There are 5 different components of UV visible spectrophotometer. First is light source, second is monochromator, third is sample cells, detector and recorder. Light source is combination of tungsten filament lamp and hydrogen or deuterium lamp. H2D2 lamp is suitable for UV region. It emits the lights up to 340 nanometer. Whereas tungsten lamp emits the red radiations and it covers the visible regions. That is, it is generally suitable above 340 nanometer. Hence, one single lamp is not suitable for UV visible spectrophotometer. To counter this, a combination of tungsten and deuterium lamps is used to cover the entire range. A monochromator is made up of a moving prism or another device called as a diffraction grating. When light falls on prism or when when light travels from one medium to another medium, that is from air to solid, it changes its velocity. Due to change in velocity, the dispersions observes. What happens here? The light divides into different wavelengths. It disperses into different wavelengths. This phenomena is called as a dispersion. For example, rainbow. You can see in rainy season, rainbow. When light travels from one medium to another medium, it disperses into different wavelengths of different colors. So, a good example of dispersion is rainbow. Monochromator is made up of this prism and these two slits. From first slits, light enters and falls on prism, and from another slit, after dispersion, required wavelength of light falls on the sample. The intensity of incident light, let's call it as I0. When it passes through the sample and emits from the sample, it is called as a transmittance light. It indicates by I1. If the intensity of this transmitted light is less than the intensity of incident light, then obviously this decrease in intensity of light is due to the absorption of some amount of light by the sample. This transmitted light is sensed by the detector and absorbance will be generated on the recorder. This is the instrumentation of the single beam spectrophotometer. From light source, light falls on prism. Prism disperses light in different wavelengths. Required wavelength of light will fall on sample through this slit. Then there will be decrease in intensity of transmitted light due to absorbance of some part of light by sample. This change in intensity will be sensed by detector and it will be reflected as absorbance on recorder or your computer system. Now we will discuss the instrumentation of double beam UV spectrophotometer. The overall instrumentation is same, only difference in the sample cells. In double beam spectrophotometer, the dispersed light or the required wavelength light of dispersion will be divided into two different parts of equal intensity. One light will fall on reference cell. Usually it is called as a blank, and another one is called as another intensity of light, that is I0, will fall on sample cell. Since this blank contains it does not contain sample, it is just blank, the intensity of incident light and transmitted light will be almost similar. Whereas in case of sample, some amount of light will be absorbed by the sample and there will be decrease in intensity of transmitted light. This absorption will be depend upon the concentration and path length of the medium according to the Beer-Lambert's law. This difference between the intensity of light emitted from reference, that is blank, and sample will be sensed by the detector and corrected by the amplifier. This correction will be shown as absorbance on the recorder. The double beam UV visible spectrophotometer has advantages in terms of accuracy and precision over the single beam UV visible spectrophotometer, because in single beam UV visible spectrophotometer there will be only one cell which is to be used for blank first, followed by your standard and sample. So correction will not be done simultaneously for blank and samples, and this UV visible spectrophotometer contains so many optical parts, and these optical parts are very delicate and very sensitive. So if correction is not done simultaneously, there are chances of some correction errors. Whereas in double beam UV visible spectrophotometer, the correction of blank and sample is done simultaneously. UV visible spectroscopy can be used for qualitative as well as quantitative analysis. Qualitative analysis contains the identification of unknown sample. This can be done by scanning your standard and sample over the region of wavelengths, that is from 200 to 400 or 200 to 800. After scanning, you will get one graph, a graph of wavelength against absorbance. This graph is called as a spectrum. In this spectrum, the wavelength at which the maximum absorbance is observed is called as a lambda max. So based on the lambda max, you can identify your unknown sample. If it is comparable with your standard, then you can say your unknown is identified. Similarly, UV visible spectroscopy can also be used for quantitative determinations, where you can quantify the concentration of your unknown samples. This can be used in assay content uniformity, for determination of impurities, and for determination of dissolution results. For concentration, the solutions of equal concentration of standard and sample shall be prepared. The absorbance of standard and sample shall be measured, and based on the comparison of absorbance of standard and sample, the unknown concentration shall be determined. The formula to determine the unknown concentration will be absorbance of sample divided by the absorbance of standard into standard concentration divided by sample concentration into potency of standard divided by 100 into 100. By using this formula, you can determine concentration of your sample in percentage. So friends, this was all about the basics, working principle, instrumentation and application of UV visible spectroscopy. If you have liked content of this video, I would like to request you, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.